Imagine standing alone, one man facing 450 prophets, an entire nation watching, a king filled with rage, and a God whose name had been forgotten. This isn't fiction. This is one of the most intense spiritual showdowns in the Bible. This is Elijah on Mount Carmel. Israel was in crisis. King Ahab ruled the land, but he did not serve the God of Abraham. Instead, he married Queen Jezebel, a fierce promoter of Baal worship. Altars to the true God were torn down. Prophets of the Lord were hunted and killed. Idolatry filled the land. And then the drought came. For 3.5 years, no rain fell. The rivers dried, the crops failed, the people suffered. Because one prophet had spoken, "As the Lord, the God of Israel, lives, there will be neither dew nor rain except at my word." In 1 Kings 17:1. That prophet was Elijah. After years of famine, God told Elijah, "Go present yourself to Ahab. I will send rain." When Ahab saw Elijah, he said, "Is that you, you troubler of Israel?" Elijah didn't flinch. "I have not made trouble for Israel," he replied, "but you and your father's family have. You have abandoned the Lord's commands and followed Baal." Then Elijah made a bold proposal. "Gather all Israel to Mount Carmel and bring the 450 prophets of Baal and the 400 prophets of Asherah." The stage was set. One prophet of Yahweh, 450 prophets of Baal, thousands watching. And Elijah stepped forward and declared, "How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, follow him." The people said nothing. Silence. Elijah proposed a test. 2 bulls, 2 altars, no fire. "Let the God who answers by fire, he is God." The prophets of Baal went first. They built their altar. They prepared their sacrifice. And from morning until noon they cried, "O Baal, answer us." Nothing happened. No voice, no response, no fire. They began dancing wildly around the altar. Still, nothing. At noon, Elijah began to mock them. "Shout louder! Surely he is a god. Maybe he's deep in thought, or busy, or traveling. Perhaps he's sleeping and must be awakened." The prophets grew desperate. They shouted louder. They cut themselves with swords and spears. Blood flowed. From noon until evening, they raved in frenzy. But there was no response. No one answered. No one paid attention. Then Elijah said to the people, "Come here to me." He repaired the altar of the Lord that had been torn down. He took 12 stones, one for each tribe of Israel. He built the altar in the name of the Lord. He dug a trench around it. He placed the wood. He laid the bull on it. Then he did something shocking. "Fill 4 large jars with water and pour it on the offering." They did. "Do it again." They did. "Do it a 3rd time." Water ran down the altar and filled the trench. In the middle of a drought, he drenched the sacrifice. No tricks, no hidden fire. Then Elijah prayed. No screaming, no cutting, no performance, just a simple prayer. "Lord God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, Let it be known today that you are God in Israel, and that I am your servant. Answer me, Lord, so these people will know that you are God, and that you are turning their hearts back again." Then it happened. Fire fell from heaven. It burned the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, the soil. It even licked up the water in the trench. The crowd fell face down and cried, "The Lord, He is God! The Lord, He is God!" In one moment, God answered years of silence. Elijah ordered the false prophets seized. Baal was exposed. Idolatry was confronted. And then Elijah climbed to the top of Carmel and prayed again, this time for rain. 7 times he prayed. Finally, a small cloud appeared. Soon, the sky grew black with clouds. The rain returned. The drought was over.